Hello, this is Robert James Fremantle and I'm here to show you some very special dice for the role-playing game Call of Cthulhu. Did you know that there were specific Call of Cthulhu dice? How about that, hey? Just trying to keep the glare off there. The official COC dice set. These cost us £9.99 where we bought them. Cthulhu dice, beige and black. I'll read you what it says on the back of the packet here. You can see they're polyhedral set, specifically that the role-playing game uses, the different types of functions. The official Call of Cthulhu dice set is your gateway to untold horror. A dark, sinister force radiates from the vile Elder Sign, filling you with dread. Rumours say that if the Elder Sign comes up on all dice at once, the borders of reality break, and with a triumphant howl, the great old ones enter our world, bringing forth destruction and madness. If you try to destroy these cursed dice, you will find out that they are almost indestructible, and the horrific carvings are durable and won't wear out. It's very nice little write-up at the back there. I love it. Let's take an actual look at them, though, shall we? All right. Let's look at, firstly, the D4, right? So, you can see here, the stuff they're made of is quite nice. They've got like a satisfying feeling when they fall. Now, you can see that the calligraphy is an interesting sort of typeface. It really does keep that olden elder sort of feel. So you can tell, and you can hear the noise that the D4 makes as it, yeah? It's got that little tiny ringing sound sort of on it. The only issue I would say with some of these dice might be that the faces on them could be a tad cluttered somehow, you know, so the result might not be so easy to work out from the lesser contrast you've got on some of that. I mean, that's the D4. Not too bad with the D4. It's quite easy to read that, actually. We've got a D6 in here. We'll look at some of the D6. The dice themselves feel nice. They feel nice to hold. There's the Elder Sign, of course, that you will all be used to, you Cthulhuites. There's a 2. There's a 5. Yeah, I mean, you see, the definition, it's not even a case of whether I could tell you, oh, that's good or that's bad. It's a personal thing, you know. I'm showing you the die, you can tell me what you think, really. There it is. What do you think? Do you think that's enough contrast and definition, or would you prefer something different in your dice definition? Yep, falls pretty much like a D6 would. We've got a D8 here as well. The higher the numbers get, the more cluttered they start to sort of go. That's obviously the top result, so that will count as an 8. You know, those are the critical type results. Again, not too bad to read, the D8. Then we get a couple of D10 dice of the same shape, except one of them's got the numbers going up in tens, and one of them's got it going up in units, so that way you can quickly differentiate and work out the roll from the tens and units on a percentile roll. Nice design on these dice, definitely. Fairly easy to read, I suppose. Not too bad. I mean, when you look at it on the table, depending on what surface you're playing on, that 2 might not necessarily jump out at you as clear as you'd want it to, would it? Because of all the others. You see from back here, you can't quite tell what that is. That could be a 3, couldn't it, right? I don't know if that's just my eyes. But it's only when you get in close, you see that, look, that's the artwork underneath, and it's actually a 2. Then you've got another die here with 10 results on with a different shape altogether again. Yep. Only other issue as well is the difference between like 6s and 9s. There's nothing really there to differentiate. You don't have a line underneath the 6 and one underneath the 9. The only way to tell is the fact that all the numbers have this little gap here in the border. So you see, like around the 8, there's a border going around, and then when it gets to here, there's a gap. So you always know the gap is in the top right of the number. So that when you're looking at the 9, you can see, look, the gap is in the same place, so you know it is a 9. And if you were looking at it like that, you'd say, oh no, the gap's not in the right place, so that's not a 6. That's the only way you can tell. I mean, it's alright as long as you know that and work that out. Potentially a little bit cramped artwork-wise, because it's quite busy, the face, isn't it? There's a lot going on there, for sure. Now on the D20, that's where it will suffer the most, of course, because that's a real intricate die. Again, it's, you know, uses the same system of the borders, but you see on the bottom left corner of the typeface, there's a little bit that cuts in, isn't there? You see that little piece cutting into the number, so it's just something else to confuse the eyes there in on the artwork. Just a little something else to look on that 14. It's a bit intrusive, perhaps. You can see it's on the double-digit numbers we really see it the most. Like on the 12 there, you see, look, it's coming out of its border just a little bit. It's maybe the distinction isn't quite as high as some people would like it. I mean, yeah, I'll look at the 7 result here, and it's quite tiny, isn't it? That 7. I suppose that's the sort of the price you pay, I suppose, for authentic-looking ye olden dice. What do you think, guys? Do you think you'd buy this set or what? They feel alright, they roll alright, they're not too bad. They interchange up in the hands alright. Made of pretty good quality. I like beige as a colour, but I think that I'm going to have to stare at them a bit longer to gauge the result on some of the rolls. That's the Call of Cthulhu dice anyway. That's the packet without them in. And until next time, I'll see you at the table.